Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk That Talk with Cola. And today our topic will be coming out of the closet pretty much. They're gonna tell their story about coming out of the closet. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, but first I'm gonna say, of course, you know Lachey, my business partner. So I was gonna
You can
let you
say
take
partner.
over. They think you be my mate. You, you know,
Well,
it's,
this is a
it's
commitment.
June.
We is married in this podcast, okay? We as wife
It's
and
June.
wife
They
over
be like,
here.
So
Good
we
evening.
gonna
Yeah, go ahead. I already like
go
they
ahead,
like
take over, sis.
y'all can go ahead and start introducing yourself. I'm gonna start with my baby sister, and then she can go, and then we can go right on up. Now I don't know how y'all are on my screen, but on y'all screen, but this how y'all are. Okay.
Hey y'all, hey, my name is Deja, but I go by D. I am 28 and I currently live in DC.
Um, was that next on the?
You can go next.
Okay. I'm Malik. I currently am 19 and I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
How
Welcome,
y'all
Ali.
doing? How y'all doing? I'm Thea, 37. I'm from DC, but I currently live in St. Louis.
Ooh, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
It wasn't by choice.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let me first say my sister named Thea, the one I just said I would ride the hell for. Her name is literally Althea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's special.
she is special. That's why I would ride to hell for her if she needed me to, if it was one. But who want to go first on their story? Flame, you want to go first since you're the baby?
I
Because
can.
I'm
the
about to
You the
say
thing
I'm
is
not the
baby.
baby.
now,
I'm
You
not the
got the
baby
baby.
anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
no
it's
Malik.
me
I
right
passed.
now.
I passed that
Malik, you the
torch.
baby.
Yeah,
Okay, Malik, you go first. You the baby.
supposed to be, but it's okay. But
No, 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 you the baby. You the baby.
I know, I know. But with my story mostly, I kind of already knew I was gay originally. Since maybe I was 6. And from there, I kept trying to like deny it to myself because I was like heavily into Christianity. But I kind of kept saying like, if you're gay, then you can't go to heaven, or if you're gay, this and that's gonna happen. And it got so bad to the point that it just got like really, really depressive for myself. So it's like one day I had this conversation with a friend, and I think they were talking about me being gay, like not that I was out at the time, but they were just saying like, it don't seem like you got interest in women, so why don't you just go for men? And I just said, oh well, I just choose it because my God just says it's a sin. And after the response, it kind of made me say that didn't really give me any satisfaction. That just made me feel so artificial. So
Okay.
after a while, I got into high school, and then I met a certain somebody. I kind of was like the right or die, and I feel like they were with me sometimes, but they couldn't love me the way I love them. So it was, I wouldn't say it was one sided. It was just more like I put standards and we just diminish it. So at one point, it's like I really wanted to go forward with them, and they wouldn't go forward with me. And I thought maybe if I like came out, it kind of changed things. And it changed things, but I won't say it changed it for the complete better at the first time. Um, I came out, I had some people that didn't agree or like how I was gonna live my life. And I kind of just said, okay, well, it's whatever. I had tears. It hurt a lot, especially because it's like relationships I built up with people for like a really long time turned into like, it's like everything we built up just meant nothing after y'all just figured out that one fact about me.
Right.
So I kind of, I felt like I went into a place after a while. And it took a while to come out, but it did come out. And it kind of made me realize that it's not all so bad. It just takes a little bit of reworking everything that you had before. Because, of course, life is still going to keep going on and people leave for the better. So you're going to find whatever you're looking for in the next people you find. It's not gonna just end with that person, you know. So I want to say my come out was like pretty successful to me because I mean I'm living life happily. I have amazing friends. I feel happy where I am right now. I'm in school. I'm about to get a car, and I have like had the most funnest events with so many of my friends just because it's like I came out and I feel like I couldn't have done that if I like if I didn't let myself come out. So I think it was a journey. I think with anybody coming out, it's just going to be a journey for you, and you're going to figure out what it took to like get here to here, because it's never going to be the best at the beginning, but it'll progressively get better.
Okay, that's true.
I have a question before we move on. The friends that you have that are wonderful, are they the ones that you met after you came out, or is these friends you've had the whole entire time?
It was after. When I said my friends, I didn't get abandoned by all my friends, but it's like through high school, it was so rocky. Like it was these friends that didn't like me because of it, and then from there, it turned into the people that were friends with them that accepted me. I had to like associate myself with them just so I can associate myself with the person that I did like. And after a while, it got really tiring because then, of course, you're still hiding yourself and you're doing so much for somebody else, but they're not doing enough for you. So I kind of just decided I needed to leave it all because it was no point trying to do so much for somebody and you're just not getting enough out of it. So I just let it go.
So the person that you came out for, or I guess was dating before you came out, like, do y'all still talk now? Even as friends, like
yeah. I mean, I think we're more of associates now. I still have the number, and I kind of had a blow up moment with them and everybody else in that friend group, but we never got to get to the dating stage because they kept leading me on. So it died off after I like said, I'm tired of this and I don't want this. I want to get something better. So no, I don't really associate with anybody from my past for real, except for my family.
Understandable. Flame.
Okay. I pretty much, like you said, I pretty much knew that I was gay when I was young. Like, I remember being in the 5th grade and we were doing this. I think it was like it was some type of drill where we had to like sit in the corner and like hide away from the door. I was telling this one girl, I was like, "You gotta slide closer to me, like so that way they don't see you." I knew I was gay then. I was like, "Yep, that's it."
no.
But like, it was just weird. Like after that, I was like, "Is this like I don't know how to truly feel." And as I got older, like those feelings actually got stronger. But like I said before, like the commentary that my family would have towards the gay community, I was like, I don't know if this is the right time to like actually come out. And so during my basketball years in high school, I met this one girl and we got close like really fast. And then it was like, you're gonna be my best friend to my parents. Like to our parents, you're gonna be the best friend. So I would go over her house, she would come over my house as friends. But then it was one time where I was on the way back home and we had like my mom and I, we were on the way back home and I'm gonna call her Jessica. Jessica and I were on the phone and she was like, I think this is the perfect time for you to tell your mom. And I was like, you think so? She was like, yeah, like what other time y'all are by yourselves, you got enough time to actually like talk it out if she needs like has questions or anything. And I was like, I don't know if it's ready. And then my mom just automatically knew we were talking about her. She was like, what you got to tell me? Ooh. Dang, why you all on my phone? Like,
did her parents know already?
Her parents knew. Yeah.
Okay.
Her parents knew. But then we got off the phone and I was like, Ma, how would you feel if I like girls? It was quiet for maybe about 10, 15 minutes going down the road. I was like, say something day. Like in my head, I wonder. I'm like you never this quiet. Like why now? But after like I saw her crying, and I was like, is everything okay? Like what's going on? And she was like, it's not the life that I want for you. I was like, well, what do you mean? She was like, just like I said, it's not the life that I want for you. And I was like, okay, but I'm not going to hide who I am. And so she was like, I'm not asking you to. Just know that it's going to be rough, and I'm going to love you no matter what. And I was like, okay, I appreciate that. But her words and her actions did not meet. So like after that, like when I actually told her that Jessica was my girlfriend and everything, it was a whole, oh, y'all can't hang out anymore. And then after that, when I had got another girlfriend after her, it was a whole like, you can't post on social media with this one. And it was just a lot. I didn't tell my dad until like 2 years after that. And the only reason why I told my dad is because of the simple fact that I found out that the girlfriend I had, I'm gonna call her Megan at the time, was actually Jessica's cousin.
Oh,
I didn't. And
Not
it was a
in the
whole
family.
I didn't even realize it until like after. I did not realize it, and I was like, "What the hell?" My dad, like the reason why I didn't tell my dad though was because it was one day where like all of my siblings and I, we were just sitting around the picnic table, and the conversation about gay kids came up, and he was like, "I don't want any gay kids. I don't want that. No, it's not. That's not how it's gonna be for me." So I held off, and then I was like, you know what? A year later, I was like, I'll just tell him now. So when Megan came to the house one day, I was like, Dad, this is my girlfriend. He pulled me to the room. He pulled me to the room. He was like, you sure that's what you want? I said, yeah, I'm sure. And he was like, all right. And basically the same thing my mom said. I'm not going to love you any less, but he definitely did things differently. He accepted me a lot more. Like he allowed her to come over whenever she wanted to. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have been able to really see her. So
dads do look at stuff, different. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think some be like, I'd rather my daughter be a lesbian than a hoe. Like, I think that's how they look at it. Because, right?
Listen. But after me and her broke up, my dad was like, "You gonna be my wing woman?" I'm like, "Sure, we can go out together."
And then the animal was created.
Mm-hmm. I am my daddy's daughter.
Yep.
But I think the only thing with that though is I have a opposite thing with that, since I know my mom was so much more accepting with me being gay, and it's like I felt complete support with that. But then with my dad, it felt a lot more like I let him down instead of this could have been something we could have bonded over moment,
Right.
So that's just me.
Yeah. I think men be more disappointed in their sons. I think they still love them, but they, they look at you being gay versus, okay, it's not that bad. We still can do this, that, and the other together to bond, but we ain't gotta, it ain't like you're talking about your sex life to them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer this question before we let Thea and go into her story. So it says, how should a parent respond? My personal opinion, and I'm giving this prior to me being a lesbian. When my daughters wanted to figure out what they wanted to do in life, was I a little upset? Yes, only because every single one of my kids, I already pictured their life, right? Like I remember doing my 27-year-old hair. I think she was in kindergarten for her first promotion into first grade. And I was doing her hair. I already seen her wedding. So it was that. It was more so I already had your life picked out for you. And that's where I needed you to go. But then it was like, it is what it is. Because I mean, that's our family was open. You could be whoever you wanted to be, baby. As long as you wasn't messing with no kids or hurting nobody, you could do whatever you want. So my response then was I was only disappointed because I had her life planned. But now if any of my kids decide they wanted to bring a girl home, long as she Long as she got a job, long as she got a car, long as she got her own place, long as not my son to join in talking, but as long as she's successful in every way. Bye. Long as they're successful, like long as
In
they have
every way.
for themselves, that is going to either make my child want to go
Mhm.
higher, like be an inspiration, or fit in wherever they might be lacking and let them fit in wherever you lack it. I don't care. Like, I don't even care if they
Yeah,
purple. It's don't dye my
right,
coat.
right. I'm the same. Like I don't care either. But the response I would give them is I will let them know that I support them or whatever way they want to go. Um, my family, I don't know. We don't have a lot of gays. They try to make it sound like I was the first gay person, and I said this happened before.
It has
Y'all
to.
just y'all don't y'all hiding it. You got because I ain't the first gay. But
I had an uncle. I don't mean to cut you off. I had an uncle that was gay, and I didn't even find out until well off when I was in college. I was like, he really was gay this whole time. He
girl,
was
I
like,
be
yeah, like
knowing when
he
they
never
be
seen
gay.
it with nobody. I'm like, oh,
I
I
can
feel
tell when they gay. And
we
my
low.
grandma had a gay best friend, so it was like,
Mhm.
yeah. But I support my kids whatever way they want to go. It doesn't matter to me, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you be successful, and they be successful. Because I'm gonna be honest, I have seen some good relationships in the gay world. I have seen gay people raise some amazing kids and be very successful.
And I think the fact that a lot of the kids that are being raised in the LGBT, I ain't gonna say the gays, and us gays, right? I feel like because
but
we're
yeah,
intentional. I
It's
feel
just
like
too many letters.
one, we're picking who we're having kids. Like we get to really, really choose. It ain't an
Mhm.
accident or we was just unprotected and voila, we're pregnant. We're actually picking these kids when we're ready for them, and we're able to be way more intentional because it's planned. Everything is planned. Like Abby life is planned. I don't know if she's gonna go that way, but her life is planned. Her school is planned. It's planned. So I feel like you have that foundation is a little bit different than, oh voila, we pregnant. But Thea, go ahead. I'm waiting for your story.
All right. So I had a few coming out moments. Like I feel like I was in and out of a few times. Like some of it was like because of my occupation or something like that. But I feel like it was a few times. But like it was stated before, I knew at a young age that this is what I wanted. A lot of my family they counted it off as just me being a tomboy. In the neighborhood I grew up in, it was just a bunch of boys. So I played football with the boys, played basketball with the boys. So they was like, okay, well, she just being a tomboy, she'll grow out of it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I didn't. It got worse. They used to make jokes about it with my dad and tell him that he better stop playing sports with me before he makes me the son he never had. Um, but my family, like I was raised by my grandmother, my father's mother, and it was a very religious household. So being raised by an older lady um that was so deep in her religion, it was hard. I was already in an old school environment, so the things that I was doing, like people say I have an old soul, like I was raised by old people, so that may be true. So it was difficult. When I initially, like, I guess I just got fed up and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just be myself. I was pushed back in the closet by the same people that I thought was going to support me. So my family, it was like you already said, it's not a lot of gay people in my family. So they make it seem like it's just me and I started this trend, but it's not. Like y'all been doing this already. Y'all just
See,
y'all
they
still in
hit
the
it.
closet with it.
They hit
So
it.
so I'm like, it's cool, but when my grandmother got the slightest like idea, like, all right, this might be the road she going down. Oh, this gonna ruffle some feathers, but I damn near had an exorcism. Like they had my grandmother's pastor and all. Like I went to her house and like she tried to lure me, like she tried to cook me some food. Then she whipped out this picture. This picture was it was me
I'm
and this
sorry to
girl.
laugh.
I,
Oh,
I mean, it's funny now. But
Woo.
it was a picture of me and this
Mm.
girl that I put in my book bag, and I thought I hid it. I thought it was hidden in between some books. My grandmother never went through my book bag. So she found a picture of me and this girl. She gave it to the pastor. They do this little thing. So I'm like, yeah, this is not going to be accepted. So I said, you know what? It was a prank. It was just my friend. Like, we was just having fun. It's nothing like that. Like, pushing myself back in this closet. And I felt like that was my way out. But I was like, nah, I can't, because my friend group, I would hear a lot of the females like, I don't see how girls can be gay. It was something they used to say all the time. Oh, what can a girl do for me that I can't do for myself? So that was like the topic. So, and then like, oh, well, how could you trust something that bleed for 7 days and don't die? Like you're the same. You're a female too. So I don't can't call it homophobia, because you're not scared. You just ignorant. So
Mhm.
they were being so like ignorant towards the gay community. I felt like my friend group, I wasn't accepted in my friend group. I wouldn't be accepted at home. So I just have to stay in this closet. I played basketball. If I got a C, my grandmother was like, nope. She called it a lesbian sport. So if I got a C, she was like, nah, tell the coach you got to get back the uniform. You're not playing no more. If I
Oh
listen to
wow.
music that if the artist look like, what's that? The girl that sing
Young and
that
May.
song? No, I'm old. I'm old. Younger than me. So what's the, she's like the Amanda Perez. Is that her name?
Uh
That
Amanda
huh.
name
Perez.
sounds
So
familiar.
I had the Amanda Perez CD. My grandmother looked at that album cover. She had that hat to the side
And
with the
that thing.
star form. My grandmother said nope. At first, because the song kept talking about being an angel, she thought it was some spiritual songs or whatever. She seen that album cover. Nope. So I couldn't even listen to certain music. So I was like, man, this is it put me like, because I felt like I had to hide who I was, it sent me down a very dark hole. Like dark, like I gotta end this right now. I'd rather end my life than to live life unhappy. Cause I felt like those were my only two options. So when my grandmother, she getting a little closer to figuring it out, is I tried to wear dresses, skirts. I would have a summer job or like a random after school job, and I would buy clothes, put them in my book bag, and change on my way to school, just so I would look girly leaving the house, but I'm being myself once I leave. She found my clothes, like she figuring it all out. She putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, so it's not getting any easier. She made me, no lie, y'all, she made me buy paper cups, plastic wares. I couldn't sit on the toilet at home. Like I had a disease. Like it was crazy. So at this point I'm in high school, and it just was getting worse. All my friends, they like their parents trying to push them into like birth control and don't have this boyfriend. My family pushing me the opposite way, like get a boyfriend. Like it's
Mm.
okay to explore if you want to, just be protected, like wear condoms and stuff. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like I'm hearing my friends complain about how they got to do this stuff, and this is the stuff they hiding this from their family, but y'all pushing me towards it. So I look at it like my cousins and stuff, they got all these kids popping out everywhere. And I'm like, I just want to be gay. That's it. Like, that's it. Just leave me alone. I'm getting good grades. I'm like, I drive ambition. I just want to be myself. So I'm like, all right, this ain't going to work. I think it was my senior year. I was 2 weeks away from graduating high school. I left home for the weekend. I called my grandmother, was like, you know what? I'm on my way home. She said, you're gay. You don't live here anymore, and kicked me out 2 weeks before my high school graduation. So
Wow.
at that point, I realized that like what I was trying to be this person and live in this space because I felt like I had to. But now I don't have to. Like you done put me out. So when I say the band-aid was ripped off, now I'm really about to tell my age. So if y'all didn't hear how old I said I was in the beginning, I went on Downlink, Black Planet, all types of stuff. I was on AOL Messenger, like talking to so many girls, but I wasn't comfortable enough to like date these girls for real. So I had a lot of online relationships. But that was probably my first coming out the closet. Like I done pushed myself back in there a few times, like between then and now. But yeah, it was brutal.
Did your grandmother ever come around?
So I joined the military when I was 20. Um, when she found out I was joining the military, she was like, "Well, what about basketball? You don't want to play basketball? Like you should play basketball." I hadn't at this point I hadn't talked to my grandmother in about 3 years. And I just felt like I owed her that much to tell her, like, yeah, I'm leaving the area. I'm joining the military. I'm out of here. So she was supportive of me then. Like, I've never heard her support anything that I did. So I wanted to come home for Christmas, but I had a girlfriend. And this girlfriend wanted to spend Christmas with me. So I was like, all right, yeah, well, me and you gonna have to spend Christmas later. Like, we'll have a late Christmas because my grandmother wants to see me. Like, this is big for me. So, and then I cut all my hair off, so I had a fade. I knew she wasn't gonna be ready for it. So when I told her, I was like, yeah, I can't. I ended up, because of the girl, she ended up not wanting me to spend Christmas apart from her. So I felt like my loyalty was more with her. So I told my grandmother, like, look, I can't come home because my friend don't have anywhere to go. She said, just bring her with you. I'd rather have you in my life being gay than not have you in my life at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That
she
was
ended up
good.
coming around to it.
I got so many questions.
I got answers.
All right. So you are not the first person I've ever heard. There's any question, statement, then a question. So you're not the first person I ever heard that their family literally took them to church or called ministers and the prayer warriors and all these people over, thinking that you can get the gay off of people. With that, like, how did your life go right after that? Like, I know you went from that and then you ended up getting put out. But with that spirituality being, well, religion probably at that time, being like not only pushed in your face, but now you ready to be punished, and now you got a demon, and this got to be cast out, and all of this. Like, how were you able to maneuver through that?
So I think it changed the way I looked at religion first. Because I see how these people in my family, the ones that say like they going to church 7 days a week, they in church, but then they're treating me this way. I'm like, how can you be so holy
Yep.
and such a hypocrite at the same time? So for me, it changed the way I view religion. Like, not saying that I don't believe, like, do I believe that there's a higher power? Absolutely. But I can't say that I necessarily believe in everything that you believe in, because I feel like if you believe truly in what you believed in, then you wouldn't treat me this way.
Yeah, right. Okay. And then my second question would be, no, I forgot. Hold on. My second question, with your grandmother putting you out 2 weeks before, was that the reason that you wanted to go into the military? Was that your push because of the,
That's
you know what I mean, like the force out?
It was one of the driving factors, because she put me out when I was a senior in high school. So I was like, I think I had just turned like 18 at this point. And I didn't join until I started the enlistment process a year after that, and I didn't fully leave until I was 20. So it was one of the driving factors. Like, after she put me out, like, I was homeless for a little bit. Like, I slept outside. I stayed with like some of my friends at their house, but it was like some of them I could stay at their house, but and they'd be cool with it, and then the other ones like, nah, she gay, like, you can't stay here type thing. So I did that, and then I got in this relationship with this girl, and we lived together for a while, and I think I was more so in it for the peace of mind of having somewhere to sleep than me actually wanting to be in a relationship with this girl. So I just got tired, and I was like, I want something different for myself. Like, I tried working, but nothing was enough for me. So I figured if I just left and did something different, then. But it was weird though, because when I joined the military, I felt like I had just came out. Remember I told you I came out a couple times. When I joined the military, I had to sign a piece of paper saying that I wouldn't engage in homosexual activities. So I put myself right back in the closet as soon as I joined the military.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't mind if it's benefiting me financially and my family or whatever I want to do for a temporary time, right? Because it's really not you having to be in closet. It's really you just being discreet about what you're doing and not doing it openly. So it's a different than being like having to keep it a secret, or let's be smart with it because I'm about to get this bag and I'm about to stack up and do what I need to do with life. It's temporary. But when your family does it, that is forever. That is your family. That is the people that love you. So how did you get yourself out that hole? Because that would be a deep. I know if my grandmama, even though we had our moments, not for that though, but even though we had our moments, if she would have told me I couldn't come to her house because she even thought I was gonna be gay later in life. I don't know. I don't know how that would have worked because she was the one that raised me. So that was my other mama and my aunt. If she would have said something like that, I don't know how I would have got out that hole. Like, you know, so how did you get out that hole? Because that's big.
To be honest, I think a lot of it had to do with my youngest brother, because my grandmother, she took him in when I was 8, so I became his parent at 8 years old. So it was everything that I did. Like, he was one of the driving forces behind me joining the military. Like, he was me wanting to create a better version of myself. It was because of him. So I think he was the reason why. Like, he gives me so many kudos to this day about how I raised him and stuff. But I'm like, you really saved me. Because if it wasn't for my drive and my will to stick around for you, this would be over. Like, this, I had already planned this out, wrote letters in the act of it and everything, but it was always you that stopped me.
Oh,
So I had to
wow.
do it for him until I could do it for myself.
Fake it till you make it.
Yep. Wow. That's yeah, you have a story. Yeah.
I feel like it's important. Like, I like this platform that y'all have, because somebody's watching this is battling this right now. Like, they can probably piece together a little bit of every one of our stories, and they like, it's like looking in the mirror for them. So I really like, hey, my hats off to y'all. This was great.
And the reason this topic was so soon, it was a friend of mine that kind of went through the same experience you went through, but she's not ready yet. So when she's ready, or if she's watching this, it may give her the comfort. But I also had this, we had this conversation in, I don't want to call it my church group because it's not my Reformation group. It's a spiritual, we're very much spiritual, not religious. So in that midweek stretch, someone asked the question about like coming out the closet, and we have members that are the LGBT community, and it was a people in there that literally was disowned. I mean, they was taking the church, like they went through hell trying to get their peace, which don't make sense. But so it's, and I literally just put it in there so they can come in and see. It's definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy.
So Thea, I have a question because you went through a lot. Does any of that affect you today?
On a positive note, I feel like it made me stronger. It made me a more resilient adult. But like mentally, I think like it destroyed relationships. Like, me coming out the closet, it pretty much killed like a lot of relationships with my family. Like, not so much my friends. The ones that stuck around, the ones that didn't. But my family, like, I don't have a good relationship with most of my family. Like, I got 6 sisters and 4 brothers. You would never know it. So I don't come from a close-knit family, but they show up for who they want to show up for. I'm just not one of those people.
Okay. And I think, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of people that is not gay, that they family just ain't close knit like that. Like, I used to be close with my family, not because I'm gay or nothing like that. It's just because I just isolate myself and I choose what function I want to go to.
I mean, looking at it as an adult, you have to now. Like, your piece is important.
Yeah, you gotta take them at capacity.
Yeah.
Because, baby,
I got a cousin that she was one of those ones that always, I don't see how you do it, that's nasty, or whatever the case may be. So a few months ago, she called me, blowing my phone up, and I hope she's watching this, and she will be a little upset, but it's okay. She started blowing my phone up like crazy, and I'm like, man, I grew up with her like my sister, but when she found out that this was my lifestyle, she tried to make it seem like it didn't bother her, but me and her mama don't get along for nothing. So she was standing 10 toes down with her mama, and that's okay. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong. Your mama dead wrong, but it's okay. That's your mama. I can't tell you how to have that relationship. So she calling me, blowing my phone up. I'm like, man, it got to be an emergency, because the only time I hear from y'all is when somebody died. So I'm like, all right, so what is it? I answer the phone. She kissed the girl. and she don't have nobody to talk to about it because she felt like everybody else. She seen what they did to me, and she didn't want them to do that to her. And I'm like, what? How the tables have turned.
But that's
I'm
Wow.
like, I ain't got
That's how
nothing
it
for
goes.
you.
Hot.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Don't come to our side
Yeah,
now.
don't come
I
around
made
here
a-
now asking for no advice. I ain't
I
got
made a
nothing.
post where after my birthday for people that didn't show up for my birthday that would have showed up if I was still with the man, and it said on there, "Do not when your kids become gay or come out that closet, and they will. Don't call me for no advice because I don't have none. Go
Mhm.
ask that
Don't
pastor
ask
that
me for
said that I was
nothing.
going somewhere that don't even exist. Send them over there.
Yeah, don't ask me for nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
send
like,
them
when I
over
was going through all
Mm-mm.
of this, and y'all see me going through this, I had one person that I felt like I can talk to, and that was my sister. My oldest sister on my mom's side. She's she's a lesbian. So I felt like she was the only person that I could talk to. But surprisingly, like when my mother found out, she took it very well. And that's what I wanted. That was the ideal situation. And I think she caught me because I had just got my hair braided, and she asked me who did it, and I was like, my friend. She's like, your friend who? What's your friend name? And I'm like, why you want to know my friend name? Like, you want your hair done? She was like, no. Is it your girlfriend? And I was like, no. She said, you ain't gotta lie to me. I already know. So I was like, well, if you know, it's because my sister told you, because she the only person I told. My mother looked at me dead in my eyes and said, no, dummy, you did. I was like, all right. Then she told me it was okay. She was like, it's okay. Like, just be yourself. And I'm like, now that would, if my coming out story would have ended there, it probably, I can't say that it would have been better. Because I felt like I needed that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But you want
Yep.
that support. So even like if it's 20 people that you tell and that one person supports you, then take that one person, forget those 19.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of our viewers by the name of Joy Young said, aka, I mean, Joy Young, leave it like that. She said, you should pretty much call your cousin out at the Thanksgiving dinner.
She would. She would. She petty as hell. She would.
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I should. I hope she's watching this. I hope
But
she's
she
watching
kind
this.
of,
God.
I feel like that's even when it comes to like the gay community, right? I feel like the men that have such a hard problem, like you always have to post about people being gay, is because you can't be gay. Like you can't openly do what these men are strong enough to do and stand in their on 10 toes down and say who I am and go through all the ridicule and everything else that has to come with it. I feel like they'd be upset because they can't do it because they think they're gonna get bashed and the homeboys ain't gonna hang with them no more because they're gonna.
exactly.
And I be
Yep.
telling people, don't nobody want y'all. Just
Mm-mm.
because we over here in the alphabet community does not mean we want you.
Right.
Yeah. At all.
Mm-mm.
They're not secure with themselves. They don't want to come out. And like I said on previous shows, everybody got a little gay in them, a little LGBTQIA in them.
Got the little sugar every now
Yeah.
and then.
And just a little. It ain't got to be a lot, but you look at a booty or two,
Get them a drink
Yeah.
or three.
They
Yeah.
just not ready to act on it yet. And that's okay. Just
That's okay.
Yeah. And
Don't shoot me
don't
down.
act. I know a man have said, "Oh, that man got a nice body. I want my body like that." Or a woman said, "Oh, she got a nice shape. Oh, look at her butt. Her butt looks good." That's a form of gay. LGBTQIA.
That's what it is. You just put that in your own category.
That's a
You
form of gay.
That's a form. Mm-hmm.
I get booty watching, huh?
I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a percentage, probably like 2%. But we'll deal with it.
It's a though. But get them drunk. You'll find out who everybody is.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I used to play basketball and all that, and there was a lot of lesbians.
all the gays play basketball.
Hold on.
That's definitely our sport.
I mean, is she lying though?
That's definitely
Is
our
she,
sport.
am I lying?
Where are you now?
tomboys.
Where are you
that.
now?
See that?
I think they're the ones that they're acted tomboyish and never came out. I think they still in the closet.
I feel like you can see glow on people's face.
You can. But I was a tomboy, and I used to tell my best friend, she'll be like, "Oh, she got this girl, she got that girl," and I'd be like, "Ew." She's like, "Don't knock it till you try it." She used to say that all the time. And he's like, "Ew, ew," because where I'm from, I knew about gay men, but I didn't know much about gay women. That's how sheltered I was. But when I went to college, it was gay women everywhere. I'm like, oh. So that's when I was, seeing what the world really was about. It was more lesbians than gay men at
I thought
college.
the
And I
world
was
now is more lesbian than gay men.
yeah,
Every day it's a new 10.
right. Mhm.
Every day it's a new 10.
Yep. And
Now,
I tell people, go ahead.
No,
No,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead. 'Cause I want to know your question. 'Cause I was going to say, I tell people straight up, when I hear somebody say I'm moving to Atlanta, I already know what you are. Because ain't no way we're labeled as the gay capital, us in Washington, D.C., but you want to move here. I know what you are. Look, I know.
Not you putting them out in the audience without seeing them.
I know. But yeah.
But that's because Atlanta is known for it.
Right.
Yeah,
So go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. They might want to come there so they can be in the closet.
Because your wife not here, and women know their husband's not here. Somebody else's husband's here, but not yours.
I can't do. I have a question for Malik.
Mm-hmm.
How was it maneuvering? I said your name right?
Mm-hmm. You said it right.
If I say it wrong. How was it maneuvering from pretty much kind of like old friends that you had into now finding this new community that will accept you and love on you and embrace you and make you feel how you should feel? It's free and peaceful.
It was a little hard, I won't lie. Or I'm not even gonna say it was a little. It was very hard. Cause just dropping everybody you knew in your life, it's like at that point you don't have anybody else. And I feel like that was my one mistake. Maybe I should have held on to them a little bit longer. But even then, I felt like thoughts like that were kind of keeping me stuck with them because I felt like so obligated and like if if I didn't want to be so lonely, then I should like just bring myself towards people. But then it just like I kind of realized I have this tendency to just like be so much of a people's pleaser instead of just like doing things that of course make me feel comfortable, or if it doesn't make me feel comfortable, then say something. And with that old group, I kind of didn't get to feel that way. I didn't get to feel like my thoughts mattered because a lot of the time it just turned into them talking about me and then how I should live my life instead of me living my life how I wanted to, like even past just being gay. So once I dropped them, I kind of had to just like sit by myself for a minute and say, where are we gonna go from here? Are you really okay with what you're having right now? Are you okay yourself? And sometimes it'd be like, no, I'm not okay. I really wish I had somebody with me right now. Or it'd be, oh, I'm completely thriving. Because sometimes I really could just sit in my room and be by myself. I say it's like it is one of the things that I love doing. Like I love my me time. But of course I know sometimes I also need to like quite a little bit. But I found this one person, and then from that one person I found another person, and then from another person I found another person, and then it just like it started growing more and more and more. And now I kind of have like a friend group that I like really feel comfortable around. And it's the only bad thing and sad thing that I feel about it is that I don't ever get to like be person to person with them. I recently did though, because there's these conventions in Atlanta that I did get to go to like this summer, and I had a blast. Like being able to be there with your friends and actually like go out to events, talk, eat food. Like it felt a lot more real, especially with the fact that I had like people that like thought like me and kind of live lives like me. So it's like I didn't feel so alone. And it's like it kind of also helped me know what I want to do with my life, in the sense that I know what I'm pursuing. I truthfully, I want to like be able to do these things with them again. I want to be able to have another place that I can call home and like go to if I just don't want to be here at the moment. Like, and it all took just going away from the people that like kind of had me locked in chains to like actually realize that. Like, and I appreciate it every day. I appreciate that I made it so far and was able to just like make a journey so memorable.
Right. Mhm. So you kind of answered the question a little bit on your end because I was gonna ask, like after y'all first girlfriend, um, did y'all feel like, okay, first of all, y'all be like, oh, we're gonna last forever or this, that, and the other. But then when it don't, did y'all say, oh, I gotta find somebody because I gotta be with somebody? Did you feel like you had to always be with somebody to feel complete?
I think for a while.
Yeah, I would say back then, yeah.
Yeah. The younger me.
Yeah.
The younger me for sure.
Now I'm just like, I don't even want people in my space.
I really have
Y'all know.
tried to put this in it, though. Like, I wish I could answer that, but I just truthfully, I'm still waiting to find my person. They haven't come to me, and I'm a whole prize. I don't know why.
Right. But you're young, so you gotta give it a little
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Continue
I
to
got
do
And
you.
enjoy your 20s.
Yes.
Right.
Enjoy your
And
20s.
stay
That's all I
focused
got.
on school.
Stay focused on school. Cause
Because I don't know how gay men move, but on the lesbian side, you beat 2
1
weeks in
week
a
is 1
relationship
month.
is like a month, or 2 months. Like they move very fast. You've been on had a baby, a dog, and a home house in a
knew
like
year.
6 months.
I knew it was
Yeah.
coming.
Man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
I feel like the
really
U-Haul thing
fast.
is real.
It is real. It is definitely
The
real.
U-Haul thing is very real.
One of
It
my
is.
friends wanted a discount with U-Haul, and I was joking with her, but I was so serious. I was like, "Girl, go find yourself a lesbian, and you'll have your U-Haul because they're gonna come with one already packed."
Yeah.
They wait for
Oh
next
yeah.
All right, let's go. It moves really fast.
Don't date one with a U-Haul, okay? Because they looking for somewhere to move. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But definitely date multiple people because you need to
Mhm.
make sure you know what you want. They
Have
are what you
options.
want. They have what you want
Mhm.
and desire. And I ain't gonna never say need because I don't. I feel like it's more. It's. I feel like I rather you want me than need me. Because the moment you don't need me, you're gonna be gone. But as long
Yeah.
as you want me, we can rock it. We can rock it together.
Mhm.
So date.
When
That
she
one
say
for everything.
date, that means just go on dates, eat
Yeah,
their
yeah.
food when they take you out to eat, and then you go at home.
Now, if you had met me a couple years ago, I would be like,
Just
go out
date.
there and date.
Mhm.
Not today. Today I'm gonna tell you to date. Like get to know people, go
Yeah.
out, try different stuff. Everything you like, take them, talk, and that's how you're gonna find your person. Don't do just one person at a time because they not gonna be it. And also keep in your mind, there's no such thing as one person completing you. It's
Right.
absolutely false. And you know how people be like, this person's my everything. It's a lie. It's impossible for you to find one person and they be everything. Because there's certain stuff you're not gonna want to talk to your mate. Like if your mate pissed you off today, you gonna talk to them about what they pissed you off about? No, then you get calm. So you need that good friend. And sometimes your soulmate don't have to be a mate either. Your soulmate can literally be one of your best friends.
Right.
It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be someone that you're actually with.
I completely. I see that so much often now. I mean, because I won't lie, I'm still like really obsessed with relationships. Um, Not obsessed in the fact that I just really, really need to be in one. I feel like I do, but at the same time, I kind of understand that when I do get in my relationship, I don't want expectations, and on top of that, I also understand I need lessons. Like that's mainly the reason why I want to be in a relationship because it's like I haven't been able to learn those lessons, and then I hear people talk all about like their life experiences, but this, and this, and it's just like I'm still stuck behind here, so I can't really say uh, how my experience went. And I will say, gay men, I feel like move really fast too, like a lot faster, and I feel like maybe that's just because like men are already like no boundary already, but it feels like as soon as they become gay too, it ramps up because it's like it's how she was saying earlier. Just ripping off the band-aid. Like after the band-aid comes off, it's like nothing holds you back. You just go for whatever you want. And then after that, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And they find another person. Like I've seen that so many times with so many of my gay friends. Like they'll jump relationship to relationship instead of like settling down for a minute, trying to like assess what happened in that relationship. Like did I do something wrong? Did they do something wrong? Did I want that? Did they want that? And it makes me not want to do things sometimes. But I also understand it just took a bit of time, like, to really adjust, because they're not giving it the time to adjust. They jump next and next and next. And I never understood it, but I could never question how somebody else lives their life. So that's it.
Have you taken the time to date yourself yet?
And I
Say it again?
also go ahead.
I said, have you taken the time to like date yourself? Like, know what you want? Because I know you said that you don't have like the expectations from anybody else, but what expectations do you have for yourself before you start looking for someone else?
I've kind of seen a bit of this for myself. I won't say I have so much. I just kind of told myself I wanted a career, I wanted a car, I wanted a way to get like to and from, and I just want to be able to like assess myself through like anything. Because as much as I want somebody, I also want to be able to do things on my own. Like, I feel like because I already have good friends, it's like that's not an issue. Of course, I don't need to be around them all the time and have people that I can like be around if that becomes a problem or if they become a problem. But even past that, I also just want to make sure I can make enough for myself. I can do things that I want to do. And even if I just wanted to like do something with them and maybe treat them, I can even like do that myself. But I feel like I should add a little bit more to that because it also feels like that's just such a bare minimum instead of it being something that's like about me. But
You're
I think that's
young.
still just something I'm
Yeah,
finding.
but
Yeah.
you're
So
young.
it's not
You got
it's
time.
not something that's just at the top of my finger.
How
Off
old
the
are
You
top.
got time.
How old are you, Malik?
I'm 19. I turned
You
28.
got a lot of
That's why,
time.
that's
I
why we
know.
say enjoy your 20s.
I
I'm on my
know.
third marriage. You got
Got a
plenty
whole
of
lot of time.
time.
Well,
hmm
Plenty of time. Take your time. Enjoy your
Mhm.
life because then when you find that person, you won't feel like later on in life you miss something.
hmm
Right.
If you move too fast, like I had a kid at the age of 15. That's what I know. I know how to be a mom and I know how to be a wife. I'm learning who I am in other avenues. I'm just literally ready to walk into my career at 44. Because what I knew was to have a kid, be a mom, and be a wife. So I'm telling you, take your time, 100%
Mhm.
learn what you like, what
Please.
you do not like, what you want in your space and what you don't.
hmm
Because you'll mess around and fall in love with somebody, and then 5 years down the line, you'll be sitting there like, this is not what I want.
You're going to be
Mm-mm.
28 and divorced.
Versus learning everything about yourself. Learn everything about yourself and what you actually desire. And that's why I said date the people, because that's how you're gonna know. If you date one person,
hmm
you don't know what else is out here, especially at 19. Like my
yeah.
son is 17, he'll be 18 at the end of July. I wish he would come home to but who, where? Because I don't approve of nobody. Nope.
Right.
And my daughter's 21. No, don't even. I
Mhm.
don't even think about marriage until you're in your 30s. Like live your life because you
Right.
don't have any kids and you're able to just go and move and do what you want to do.
Always act like you better than everybody.
Yeah, and you got to compromise once you get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Why would you want to
You
do that at
all
19? You don't have to do that at 19.
No,
mhm.
baby.
You do what you
Take your
want.
time. Yep.
Just have friends. So when you want to go to the movies, you got somebody call. You want to go eat
Mhm.
sushi, you got somebody call. And it could be a different person for each thing. Because right now,
Right.
you enjoy it. Enjoy being
Yeah.
out of the closet freely and in peace and having a circle that love you. And enjoy it until you're ready,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the best advice I can tell you, baby. I'm telling you, don't rush
That
nothing.
is true.
I
Yeah.
understand it. And that's why I don't rock it either. I know I just need to sit down.
Do it. Don't
hmm
do it. It wasn't nothing wrong with the marriage. I ain't saying that, but I was too
Mhm.
young to be worrying about some being with one person because I wasn't ready to.
I just it.
Now
But
I'm good.
Y'all hear those stories in the previous shows. You
Okay,
know?
I was a whole mess in these streets.
oh,
Because you gotta learn, you gotta be able to be free. But that also came with me.
Mhm.
I didn't have a coming out. It was just a mess because my friends know me. My friends know me and they know how I maneuver, how I'm walking. If I walk over here, they know what's going on. If I walk they know what's going on. So it wasn't like a coming out. I just brought my wife around and 1 + 1 = 2.
Well,
But to go to what Thea said earlier, having that one person that says, my mentor slash best friend, when we actually had the conversation, not that I'm gay, but when she was like, I see you, yep. Literally, it was, I'm gonna love you harder because what you're ready to walk through is gonna be hard all by itself. And but she has, I tell you, all the kids she took in is gay, is in the the community.
LGBTQIA.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of us that she's taken in and mentored or loved on, she has given us is to give us that safe space, to give us that you always gonna be welcome here. And that helped because after that, I didn't care. I didn't care who said it. Could have been my mama. She could have said no. It wouldn't have mattered because I had that one person that was like, girl, you fine.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna come to all my stuff. Now I got friends. I got friends, had friends. I don't think they're not my friends anymore. I had friends that once I did decide that I was going to be with my wife, they didn't show up to the wedding. They don't show up to nothing I invite them to, whether it's their god kids, my kids, like they do not show up. And it is fine because I love the community that I built for myself. And we support in everything. It don't even matter if you come up with a wave cream and I don't have a fade. I'm buying it because you're selling it. So I love my community. I couldn't have made a better one. And I still have some old friends that rock with me, but most of them are Capricorns and we're free spirits, so we don't care.
Right. One of our viewers said, you guys can guess who said it.
Joy Young.
Yeah. I didn't even get it out.
I already know she's sitting across from me.
She said she definitely was in charge of the girls, and she would have a girl one girl for 6 days, each girl 6 days, and on the 7th day she rests like the Lord.
Oh no, she said, I'm sorry. She wants me to make sure I clarify that for her. It's one girl for each day.
Oh. Wow, Joy. Wow. You make sure you wear your Jesus sandals when I see you.
I
mean, I don't know. That sounds hard to handle.
It's not hard because you're not trying to make them your person. You're dating them to get to know them. So it's just like adding friends to your bucket, literally. And my mother used to always say have a spare tire. I don't believe in that, but I definitely believe you should have extra eggs until you're ready to commit. Like commit, be exclusive. But if you only met 2 people, right? And those are the only 2 people that you know experience, how would you know if you really like that or not? You got to go ahead and experience. Like how you say you want to be able to have that experience and that learning.
That's your experience.
You're only getting that if you date. I don't care if you gay, straight, lesbian, green, purple, or blue. You have to be out here to mingle to know what you like. And you only learn that when you get older. But when you're younger, you want that love, especially when you're in the alphabet community because you get so much. It's just like being black in a white community. You're gonna get so much lash and so much. It's so much. So then when you finally get to that place where I could be myself, why wouldn't you want to share it with somebody? But I promise you, just wait. Get your 6 people and have your Sunday off. Rest. It's easy. Call us if you need advice. I'll help you through it.
You definitely have to be a people person for that one.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where it's like,
and be honest, because they should know that this is.
But you got to be honest. I
don't have to lie. Yeah, you don't have to remember what you told, Jonathan, and not mess around and tell Thomas. Because they already know we all date. We dating. This is what it is right now. I'm not exclusive with nobody. We're dating because that makes it easy too. Because you don't have to lie.
Right.
Now, if you want to sneak around, that's what makes it hard. Because now you got to lie and you got to remember what you said. But if you don't lie, you got to remember what you said. What you said was what you said, and stand on it.
Right. I got a question though. It's for Malik, but I want to know when you're dating men, you know how they approach you, be like, "Hey, shawty, what's up?" or whatever they say, right? So when you reject them, like, how do they react? Because I seen a girl reject the dude, and he was like, "Well, F you then with your ass ankles." Do they do the same? Do they do the same with y'all?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes yes, because I've had experiences like that. Like I know I'm talking about how much I wanted to be in relationships, but it's like I have red flags with like a lot of people sometimes. And perfect example, I had one at my old job at Burlington. Um, my supervisor kept like trying to get me to like go on these dates. He kept talking about tickets to concerts, and I didn't mind the concert too much. It's just more like I came there to work, and I didn't want to have outside play with my job. So I just kept saying no. And it's like he just never would take it as an answer. And every time I'd say no, his demeanor would change. He'd get upset. And one day I said no. And the next day he came back with this whole attitude and he was taking it out on everybody at the workplace. Like, and it had to be brought up to my attention that it was because of me, which was like so unprofessional. But it was even crazier because it's like I've told you multiple times that I wasn't trying to pursue that, yet you're just still trying. So it's
Right.
not my fault anymore. It's you, and I need you to like actually step yourself back.
Right.
But sadly, the one thing that I do regret with that job is I never reported him. I really should have, but I really just wanted that job and I didn't want to lose that money. But they kind of fired me anyways, and I kind of blame him for it because I think it was him that got me silently fired. But I don't know anything. It was just, it was a weird experience. I didn't like it. And for anybody else that may be gay that works there, I would never wish that for them because that was so weird.
And you also got to know your rights for your workplace too, because
Yeah.
like before I met my wife, I didn't think about half of the stuff that when you're in a workplace that's a violation and stuff like that, and you don't think about it because where they teach you that they don't teach it in school. You're not learning nothing about
Mhm.
the who to report to or any of that. You just know you go to HR, but HR don't work for you. HR works for the company, but you wouldn't know that because you would think that's the safe place to go. It's not. It can be, but it's not. They're working for the company. And
Mhm.
so you gotta, that's stuff that like you have to know, you have to research because you definitely probably could have had a whole little case for yourself because of whatever the hostile environment that they caused. All right, so I got a question. I always got a question and I lose it. Go ahead, sis. I'm gonna try to think of my question. Oh, I got it. Okay, so it's for Thea because you said you've been in the closet multiple times. So when you finally came out, like this is it, ain't nobody put me back in here. What was that like, and how did that happen?
I think it was one after the military dropped that "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" when they said, you know what, you could be you. I think that was it, and then I created my own family. Like my friends became family. So I created my own family that was very accepting of me, and like they praised it. They like I think I had support. So once I had that support system, it was like ain't no turning back now. And then I felt like I was becoming successful in different ways. Like I got this little career going for me. I got these friends. Like everything is looking good. So why continue to put myself in those positions where I'm unhappy? And it was like you not paying my bills. So I really don't care what you say. So when it came to like my family, when they like them bashing me and saying like, oh well, you can't come around and stuff, was like, look man, I got my own spot, I got my own car, I pay my own bills, you don't pay none of my bills, so I really don't care. So I think I just stopped caring.
That'll do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say stop caring, I stopped caring what they thought.
I know what you meant. That will do it.
I got a question if I can
Go ahead.
on the topic. So uh for those who are like not married, um would you date somebody that was in a closet?
Hell no. And I'm gonna say why. I was married when I met my wife and wasn't in the closet. Okay, there's no way. No, no.
No.
Especially now when no, this is like the most free space I've ever been within myself. Hell no, you're not about to make me feel like we got now
You
be
gotta
discreet
hide.
because of your job or something like that. Cool. but you can't post me. We can't take pictures. Like I'm not gonna never meet your family. Absolutely not.
But sometimes it's fun when you're sneaking.
We can sleep for your job. We is not about to sneak because your family is gonna tell you can't come home. You don't gotta go home. We should have a home, so you don't have to come home. I wouldn't know. And I had a friend. I have a friend that was dating a friend I had that was in the closet, and she wasn't big on posting. My friend, she wasn't big on posting nobody on her page because she always felt like if it go left, now she got these memories, da 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 da. And then she branched out there, posted this had friend all over her social media, videos and everything. And if you go on this other person page, my friend does not exist. And they were literally engaged.
Yeah.
Planning a wedding, colors and everything, date set. And the only people that knew they were engaged was those that went to the proposal or that was very, 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 very close to them or me and my wife. Other than that, nobody knew. So when we had the conversation about it on the podcast, I had literally people asking, they was really engaged. Yeah, I was there. I was there for the proposal. We couldn't do pictures, no videos, no nothing. I would never, because it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good for me.
It'd be a miserable situation.
As soon as we can't, my happiest day, and you tell me my family, don't even worry about it. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. Put your ring back. Don't even worry about it.
Put the ring back.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. What about you, Flame?
I said no.
Don't say something like that because that sounds like you say, yeah, we've got to have a conversation.
Oh no, baby, I cannot because I live free and gay, and I'm gonna post me.
Mm-hmm.
So soft launch, hard launch, all of that, like it's gonna get posted. So if you in the closet, I don't know what to say.
You're gonna be out today.
You about to be out today because ain't no slip ups, no nothing. Because when I post, I tag. That's just that.
It was a soft open for me. Okay. Gotta have one.
You gotta have one.
Would you date somebody in the closet there?
No, I wouldn't. It would be like putting yourself back in the closet.
Yeah,
I fought so hard to get out of it. Like I'm not going back. Like no.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
And I feel sorry.
It's not a healthy way to live.
Especially in 2024, you don't have to be in the closet about nothing.
Right.
Like the stuff that's happening in this world right now, you don't have to be in the closet about nothing. Like there's nothing that's a secret or a surprise.
Right.
Let the haters hate, because at the end of the day, they gonna die lonely and still hate. Live your life.
And also, what I want to do is, if you have a problem, now I'm not talking about that's your belief that you shouldn't be gay. Cool, that's fine. Love your belief, stand in it, baby. But please don't think you're getting any of my gay money, and it's long over here. So please understand, I don't care if you're the last person on this earth that has the service I need. There's nothing that's coming from the young estate going into your estate at all.
Exactly.
Money, if I'm not good enough for you to cancel, to hang out with for real, because I have a wife, baby, my money is not good enough for you either. And I will literally, I don't care what it is that and I'm saying this from experience. I don't care what it is I need from you. I will go without, because you will not get any of this money from over here. If you have a problem or you got all these posts and you hating on everything alphabet, hate on my money too, baby.
Now I can't wait for somebody to ask me for some money.
Baby,
I can't wait now. I can't
I'm
wait.
telling you,
A couple of these gay dollars.
No, you can't have none of my gay dollars.
I can't wait.
Mine ain't green, mine rainbow.
Baby, my dollars have alphabets on it. It has like A on some, It's a lot of letters on there. And if you don't like the alphabet, don't like my money, mine or my wife's money. And I promise you, it's long and it's gonna be longer than yours. You ain't getting none. I will go without. I don't care if it's my favorite meal. Let me see you bash. Now I ain't talking about like that's your belief and but you're still being welcoming, or we still cool, but that's what you believe, but you ain't out here bashing. Let me see you bash something. I will completely. You're not getting my money. Right. Except for Chick-fil-A. They always get my money, but they don't bash either. That's the owner's belief. It's not the whole.
And he's dead. his belief don't matter anymore. He's dead.
Yeah, he
So,
pointed the alphabet on him too.
mhm.
The only time I eat Chick-fil-A is if my company buy it. That's it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. You're not getting my money. My money is gay. I'm dead. I mean, I will even a church.
I'm gay the long way.
I'm not even coming to your church and giving you an offering of my gay money because I'm not welcome there. So nor is my alphabet dollar or 20s or hundreds.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too many congregations out here that really will love you. And I'm not talking religion. 'Cause I don't want ever be in a religion ever again. But spiritually and be able to help you get through and maneuver through life, be wealthier than you ever been in life, healthier than you ever been in life, actually teach you everything is not the same scripture on Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Christmas, and New Year's Eve.
Mhm.
It's literally teaching you that will 100% accept you, 100% love on you, and get you to wherever you need to go in life as long as you're doing the work. They can have the money. Like the part that the congregation I'm a part of now, I've never given as much as I've given, and it never in my life. If they call today and say today we give it XYZ, XYZ is what you're gonna get because you are one, the example. You're showing me how to get where I want to go, and I'm welcomed. It's no, I'll be, yeah, no. Some of the strongest prophets is part of the alphabet gang. You know,
They are.
you will not get my money.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. I ain't got it.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I'm dead serious too. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You ain't even get an invite to my house. Like nothing. I don't care. You don't exist at all whatsoever.
So, did y'all have any questions? Any other questions? Comments,
No,
concerns? He said no.
nothing that comes off mine.
Okay. I know we went over an hour. I told you guys an hour. So,
And I just realized it because it was just literally like 17 minutes. Like not
right.
too long ago. So that was
It was
jolly.
a lot of good conversation.
It
Yeah.
was. Mm-hmm. So
Element.
we enjoyed you guys. Thank you for coming on. Make
Thank
sure
you
you
for
guys
having me.
share, like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next Thursday, 8 p.m. same time. Here it is.
I'm a
It's
fighter.
a I
I'm
know.
a fighter. Flame, you don't have
I know.
nothing?
I ain't got nothing.
I got one more question. Just popped.
Mhm.
What would y'all tell the younger you with the knowledge you have right now? I'm gonna start with
Now,
Flame.
that's a good question.
She ain't had nothing.
Don't do it. I'm just playing.
And I'm talking about on this matter, on this
On
topic.
this matter,
Mhm.
be free and don't hide. Like, just be free. You're gonna be happier if you are your truest form. So, yeah.
There.
What about you?
Go ahead, Malik. Go ahead. Nope. Go
I
ahead,
was
Malik.
gonna say, I think I would tell myself to just don't be so afraid and don't apologize too much.
Not at all. Be unapologetic. Be yourself.
Right.
There.
I would say it's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it. Like just continue to push, continue to smile. It's going to be okay.
I like that. Go ahead,
What about
Coco. You
you,
got
Lachey?
no. I
You
said
want
you
to hear
first.
what I gotta say? I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know
Depending
you
on
are.
how old you is, you better stay quiet so you can get out because you gotta have somewhere to stay. You gotta know how to play the game, okay? You gotta know how to do it. You know, just get out of school, go to college, and be gay in college. You know, just do what you gotta do. You ain't gotta come out in high school because everybody else do it. You know, just because you know you gotta have somewhere to stay.
I would tell my
So-
younger self, be yourself, but make sure you
Mhm.
tiptoe. Don't jump in
Right.
everything because what you gonna want is gonna be at the end. But
Mhm.
be yourself. Be free. Be as free as you could possibly be. And I had one more point. I feel like when you're not free, you lose your identity, and now you have to find it. As you've been what everybody else wanted you to be for so long, and then when you do come out, you got to go back and find who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that was my point.
It's true.
It is. I'm learning
Yeah.
that right now in counseling. You literally don't realize who you are.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, and so before we end, for anybody that is watching, including our guests on here outside of Flame, because she already a part of the community, there is plenty of communities out here, sororities, fraternities for lesbian women and gay men that are another branch of family. And I'm telling y'all. So if you're looking for somewhere that you may feel welcome because you haven't found your tribe yet, do research, a lot of it. Ask questions. But there is like literally communities out here, sororities and fraternities for the alphabet community that will welcome you in, that will love on you, that will give you um they will give you what you may not know you need. Because you may think like I felt like I had all my friends, I ain't need no more. And like I said, the sisters I got, baby, I wouldn't trade not there one of them, okay? But research, and if you need any, directions or whatever you're interested, please hit me in Cocoa Up so we can let y'all know. Of course, we are part of the amazing Alpha Pi Delta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
But that's my little plug. That's my little plug. But there's communities out there, especially for people that thought they couldn't be in organizations because they didn't get a degree or because they weren't ready to come out and didn't think they would be accepted at other places. There is a place for everything. It's a home for everybody. So
It is.
that's just my plug before we hang up. And everybody have a good night, and we see y'all next Thursday. Don't forget it's Pride Month, so that's what we're talking about all month. And if you don't like it,
Or your pride.
It's gonna be a gay month on
gay
Let's
month,
Talk That
making
Talk.
everybody uncomfortable, baby. On purpose,
Period.
intentional.
It should be.
Yeah.
All the choir directors can come on here. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, y'all.
See y'all next week.
Good night.
Good night to you too.